How can technology help us battle COVID-19? That's something that many in India and across the world are thinking about. Joining us today is Dheeraj Naubar, the co-founder and CEO of DROR, a personal safety app.
Essentially, we were a personal safety app, and we were working on a social cause. And once this coronavirus pandemic started spreading across India in particular, that's when we thought that, coronavirus and fighting against coronavirus is also an extension of personal safety. So hence, this is not really a pivot or, a different thing that we are doing. It's an extension of personal safety only. And hence we thought it will be very, very relevant in today's time to come out with a solution through which we can solve this problem. And, we found out that, the government alone cannot fight it. Nowhere government alone has been able to fight it. Be it China, be it Italy, be it US, anywhere, numbers are only growing. Only way this problem can be solved is through social distancing. And hence community has to step up. And that has always been the philosophy of DROR. We always think even the women's safety or personal safety issues can only be solved when community steps up. So that has always been the core of our beliefs.
Right. So to explain to our viewers, social distancing, is an initiative where the idea is that if you keep people further away from each other, it helps stop the spread of a virus, especially as contagious as COVID-19. Can you explain to us, how does your app help enforce social distancing?
Yeah, so if we try to understand a little deeper in there, and from the expert side, the World Health Organization or any agencies, global agencies, when they measure any pandemic, they use a factor called R0. R0 is a reproduction number. That means how many people this one infected person can infect. And for something to not be a pandemic or epidemic, the R0 factor has to be less than 1. Whereas unfortunately, coronavirus COVID-19 has a R0 factor between 2 to 3.5. It is very, very infectious disease. Hence, it becomes so very important for us to break the chain. And to break the chain, social distancing is the only way. While we call it social distancing, it is actually physical distancing. It's not social distancing, so to say. Because we are all connected over Facebook and multiple things, right? So how it works out is that you download the app. And you go and switch on your Bluetooth on your phone, and it starts tracking anybody around you on Android. You download it on Play Store, you search for DROR, DROR, and you will see our app. You can download it, and post that it automatically starts scanning people around you. Anybody who comes in a 2-meter radius close to you, and he stays longer enough, he should stay for at least some time with you. Say around 2 to 3 minutes. And that is when what we call as an intrusion into your social distancing. And once that happens, that's when we consider that person as one person who has introduced social distancing, and we count it as one and assign a score to you for that particular day. Same exercise is being done throughout the week, and we generate a weekly score, and we generate a 14-day score. Now this 14 days is important because 14 days is the incubation period of this virus. If somebody who stayed indoor for 14 days has actually done a service to the society, he hasn't infected anybody. So I think he should be patted on his back. He should be given some rewards, kudos, things of those sorts.
It's very interesting. You talked about the incentivization of staying inside. Talk to us a little bit more in detail about that.
Yeah, so I think generally we have seen in India also, everywhere, that people work on more, society and community works great when there is an incentivization model involved. So I think we need to ensure that there is some sort of incentivization, and DROR app is certainly working in that direction. I think we would like to come out with some kind of a contest, or since we have this data, we know what is a social distancing score. We would like to reward people who maintain high social distancing. We would like them to, be recognized as heroes of, this, lockdown period and all. So that's very, very important. I think this has huge utility in also reviving our economy and opening up our factories. So can this score be implemented at manufacturing level so that we can know that enough social distancing is being maintained? And can we create a parameterized scoring of each factory for doing that. I think there's a great use case there, which will help in reviving economy very, very fast.
That's very interesting. Dheeraj, I want to ask you something that would be on the top of the mind of many people, and that's privacy, right? How do we ensure that even while we are making sure that people are social distancing, they're staying safe, they're keeping others safe, how do you also make sure their safety is intact or their
I think
privacy?
that's correct. Excellent question there. I think a lot of people have these concerns. So, when you scan somebody's Bluetooth, all you are scanning is the Bluetooth MAC ID. So every phone has got two MAC IDs. One is the device MAC ID, and second is the Bluetooth MAC ID. So what we scan is the Bluetooth MAC ID. We don't get the device MAC ID there. And this Bluetooth MAC ID, now there's an option to either store this or not store it, because all we need is a count. We don't need to store that MAC ID. All we need is a count, and we can kill that particular data, right? But in case there is some level of contact tracing required, in that case, we can store that. So in terms of capability, we have that capability, but we don't store it, right? Number one. Number two, while I think Arogya Setu is already doing that. So I think Arogya Setu, it's a government app and they're all entitled to do it. Number two, if you have the MAC ID, you have nothing more information than that particular cryptic code. Nothing else. Only people who can break that cryptic code is the device providers and the telecom. Telecom will provide you the phone number, and the device providers will provide you the MAC ID. You match them up, and then ultimately you arrive at a score, right? So I don't think there is any social or any privacy concern here at all, especially at this stage when we don't even store the MAC IDs, because all we take at the count. The life that we are living today, it's going to be probably new normal, going forward. Social distancing would be a new normal, at least for next 1.5 year, and hand washing, hygiene will become a new normal. Less of personal contact, less of touching each other will become a new normal. So I think we're all getting up to that particular reality.
Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us and explaining how DROR is helping, in this battle against COVID-19. It's really been a pleasure having you speak to us. Thank you.
Thanks, Priyanka. Take care. Stay safe.